Number 3, 0 Hour, Crisis in Time. 0 Hour could be described as a follow-up event. It takes place after one of the most famous crossovers of all time, Crisis on Infinite Earths. 0 Hour was an attempt to correct certain continuity issues that resulted from the groundbreaking Maxi series. In 0 Hour, elements from alternative timelines and realities start to appear in the mainstream DC universe. From multiple versions of Batman to a Metropolis with a different protector than Superman, what starts out as merely odd becomes a major threat when they find out what is behind it. Time is being compressed and wiped out from both the past and the future. The reason for this? The villain is trying to erase the timeline in order to rewrite it, so he can erase various tragedies, including the one that caused him to become a villain and take this drastic action. While not up there with Crisis, it was still a great bit of adventure, cleaning up some loose ends and showing some great alternative realities. 0 Hour clocks in at number 3. Number 2, Civil War. Some people may hate it, but I have to admit Marvel gave us a great dramatic plot with this one. Civil War took the ever-present debate of personal liberties versus public safety and gave it a superpowered twist. When a group of neophyte superheroes attempt to capture some supervillains while being recorded for a reality-based show, it goes awry, ending in one of the villains triggering a massive explosion, killing several townspeople, including many elementary school students. Public opinion turns against superheroes with cries of reckless endangerment. A bill is passed by Congress forcing all costumed combatants to register and to get government sanctioning or to be captured and either imprisoned or having their powers blocked by nanites. Now, one would think that of all people, Captain America would be one to follow orders. However, he instead leads a group of superheroes who believe they have the right to keep their identities private as they serve the public good. Iron Man leads the pro-registration side, as he believes that such legislation was inevitable and they need to embrace it in order to keep being effective as heroes in the public's eyes. Thus was set the stage for one of the biggest hero versus hero battles ever seen. We got to see Spider-Man unmask in public. The Fantastic Four break up as each member has his or her own view of the Registration Act. And then, well, this was the big one. The one that stunned folks, including me. The death of Captain America. Yes, there have been cases of heroes dying in the past, but this was somehow different. It wasn't a case of a hero dying in battle, or a death just for shock value, though it came as a surprise. This was an assassination, done from behind, while the good captain had surrendered to authorities and was being led to the courthouse. With shakeups like this, Civil War battles its way to number 2. And the number 1 most memorable crossover event is Crisis on Infinite Earths. This is the biggie, the granddaddy of all crossovers. When the folks at DC looked at their comics and saw the baggage they were carrying from both the Golden Age and the Silver Age, they took a bold step and decided to clear the decks and give themselves a fresh start. Well, mostly fresh. In this groundbreaking story, a being known as the Anti-Monitor is converting universe after universe into antimatter energy so that he can control all of reality. Reality after reality is erased as a being known as Pariah arrives on each world shortly before it is destroyed. Eventually, the Anti-Monitor turns his efforts towards the known Earths of the DC multiverse. It is up to the various heroes to save the remaining universes and stop the Anti-Monitor. This was epic in scope. It rewrote the history of the shared DC multiverse. It put all the remaining characters from the surviving Earths onto one combined Earth, gave a new shared history, and then something that had not been done before. It killed 2 major heroes, the Flash and Supergirl, and had them stay dead for years after the end of the series. This was unprecedented. The Flash's old sidekick took his place as the new Flash, while Supergirl, well, she was erased from the new history. Eventually, a new character took her name, though she was given a completely new and non-Kryptonian origin. More recently, these events were reversed through various books, most notably Infinite Crisis. Ooh, oh, the horror. That one definitely is going on the list of good crossover events. Showing the courage to move forward while respecting the past, Crisis on Infinite Earth is, as it should be, the #1 most memorable crossover event. And there you have it, citizens. The top 14 most memorable crossover events. If you missed them, I highly recommend reading them. Most are available as graphic novels, so pick them up. Until next time, I'm Placer Black for Four-Kolor Kitty, and I'll be seeing you in the funny pages.